it's Shannon checking in with the Indulgence After 8 videos. This week is G-Spot week, and I can sort of see some eye rolls happening, and I can see some fist pumps happening out there, because the G-Spot is still an elusive bundle of nerves that some people say exists and some people say they don't exist. What we can say is that there are a lot of toys dedicated to them. So for this show, it's probably gonna be a little bit longer than our recent ones, because I want to dig in here and I want to talk about G-spot stimulation, and not only sort of how to do it, but why maybe you've been trying it and trying it and trying it and having no luck with it. So the first thing that is really, really important with G-spot is understand it. What is it? We all have this mindset that it is let me think, magazine article, a spongy, quarter-size bundle of tissue on the front wall of the vagina, about 2 to 2.5 inches inside, that you stimulate with a come hither motion. I think that about sums it up, right? But the G-spot actually is part of the clitoral network. Yeah, so G-spot is actually the roots of your clitoris. The reason that sometimes you think you might have got it, or other times there's absolutely nothing happening with it, is because your G-spot is the last part, absolute last part of your body to join the party of arousal. So we always say that when you're looking for your G-spot, it's a sort of slow and steady, wins the race kind of thing. You have to be really, really, really hot and bothered for it to kind of plump up and fill with blood and be sensitive. So it's still in that location, front wall of the vagina, and it still can be stimulated with this come hither motion. That is true. But you need to do some serious clitoral stimulation for a very long time, and other methods of foreplay. So earlier we shared our blog called Where the Hell Is My G-Spot? And I wrote this actually many years ago, and most of the information in here still holds true to me. I actually pulled out the same vibrators that I recommend here in the blog to show you today. But the big thing, and you'll see I have this in bold, is that it takes 20 to 25 minutes of foreplay before a woman even becomes optimally aroused. Okay, so then if you just kind of scan for other bold things, you'll see that it takes long, sustained stimulation for G-spot arousal and orgasm to happen. Now, I want to talk about finding your G-spot with a partner. My advice is, if you haven't found it and it's just not working for you, try it solo. If you found it solo, then try it with a partner, because this is something the long sustained stimulation doesn't usually transfer to a penis. And the numbers behind how long a man can thrust is 4 to 7 minutes before climax. In order to simulate the G-spot, they've either got to think of algebra or baseball statistics or something for 20 to 25 minutes. So that's where we really like things like this. This is a non-vibrating, it's called the thruster. It's a dildo with a really good sort of handle on it. And you can see here, it's got this sort of draggy kind of head. Penises were made to drag across there and stimulate everything and hit those bundles and nerve endings. But the duration often isn't there. So we recommend using some of this stuff for foreplay, right? Wake everything up with one of these and then go to the finish line with a partner if you want to. But you'll see this toy is actually really firm, and there's not a lot of bend or flex. And all good G-spot toys are gonna have a curve, and you'll kind of, in profile, I'll show you sort of all these different ones. And then a lot of them have some sort of draggy or flat head on them. What you don't want for a G-spot toy, some of you guys will remember of course now it sticks, our blue dong that we use in a lot of shows. This is too soft, right? You see, like, this is very bendable and easy to flex. This is not going to be a good G-spot toy because it's not able to drag. And you'll see I do almost all my like tests by dragging it along my hand there because I want to see how firm is it. And this guy is not firm at all. So now I'll stick it back there, and and we go over, like in our article here, like there's sort of 7 steps to stimulate the G-spot. And like my first thing that I would really recommend is a good bottle of lube. And you guys know I bang on about lube all the time. This stuff is probably one of my favorites for specialized play. So G-spot seeking, booty play. This stuff has horny goat weed in it. Everybody that comes in the store says, ooh, horny goat weed. Nobody really knows what it does, except that they see goats eat it and then they get it on. But it also has ginseng and a few other stimulating agents in there, and it does sort of cause like improved circulation. We'll put a little dot on the inside of our wrist, and then you can feel the blood kind of like pulsing in the wrist. So it does that to your vagina too, which is nice. And it's a natural sort of water-based lube out of BC. Very, very good stuff. So it's called the Satil Rich, and you can find that on our website. You can find it in the blog as well, I believe. But I would start with this. Again, long, sustained stimulation. So sometimes like your lube glands just will not be able to keep up. So start with that, and then do like lots and lots and lots of clitoral stimulation. Look for like vibes that have this sort of, we say curves in all the right places, but what we really mean is just that one sort of curve, right? And now they're all starting to look familiar to you, right? Like, oh, that's why they all have that sort of shape. And you'll see like loads of different sizes and colors and textures for personal preference. Some are more multi-use than others. Some are very like this is very G-spot specific, whereas this is probably great for clitoral stimulation and G-spot stimulation. So, and the other thing that you might want to look at is like a dual stimulator. So like a toy like this, it's still got that curve, but it's also got this little arm here to stimulate clitorally as well. My only concern with like stuff like this is that it may make you climax too fast, right? We say like the G-spot's part of the clitoris. What you see like on the outside, the little pea size bit of flesh that we stimulate, that's actually only like the tip of the iceberg. Clitoris is about 4 inches inside your body. So when you sort of use like something like this, I would maybe hold it away from your body at first, just so that you don't hop over that finish line and then not make it to the big G, right? Once you get practice and you're really good at it, then maybe you can try the elusive, and I don't know if I'll ever even do a video on this, the blended orgasm. So if you think a G-spot orgasm's hard, wait till we get to the blended, or the shared orgasm where you both come at the same time. Those are always fun. But these guys here, they're meant really for G-spot stimulation. We always see them as our best-selling vibrators, and I think it's because they're good at other things as well. So because it's week 10 of the sort of COVID pandemic here in Nova Scotia, I wanted to kind of feature this particular G-spot vibrator. Doesn't look super duper fancy, but it is. This is the WeVibe Rave, and you'll see this sort of in, I believe, like step 7. How to stimulate your G-spot. I love this vibrator because it's a great clitoral vibrator. It, like everything, is waterproof and medical grade silicone and very powerful and very discreet. But it has this really neat shape to it. So I don't know if you can kind of see how that's being used, but that's, instead of it just being sort of flat on, it's meant to sort of push and apply pressure and drag over the body and the skin. So it gives a really, really good coverage, right? Because when we say like, oh, it's 2.5 inches in on the front wall of the vagina, but nobody's the same, right? Like one boob's bigger than the other, and like one person's clitoris is here and the other one's is 2 inches away, and like, so we say roughly. And that's what I like about this toy as opposed to maybe something like this where everything's kind of got to be bang on. But the real thing that we love about this toy is that it's part of the WeVibe line that uses the WeConnect app. So this toy has these handy little buttons. And I don't know if you can hear, I have it up pretty high, so it is vibrating really, really strongly right now. But you can pair this with an app and use it as a remote control. The WeConnect app is definitely our favorite product that's gotten a lot more love since the isolation has happened. It's not something that I thought it was neat, but now I feel like it's one of those things that you can't live without. They're great for people that are apart. They're even great for just sort of sitting next to each other because it gives you something new to do. So with the app, you can control all the vibration patterns and intensities that are built into this toy, whether you're 2 feet apart or you're 20 kilometers away or 2 provinces away. It doesn't matter. You can do it from anywhere in the world. But what gets really fun is the app. You can create your own vibration patterns and bursts and intensities and things like that. And we're going to dive into like the whole WeConnect app and show you some fun features and different ways to use it, like on a screen, like I did with my blog. So that's sort of stay tuned for, and will be coming shortly. But I did want to kind of say like this one here, if you're looking for G-spot and you want to do it yourself, right? Because you're going to find a solo, but you want your partner to be really involved, the app, they can be with you, working with you, finding out what feels good, but you can still be like the driver and you can relax and like enjoy, right? In the article, we also talk about like different positions and ways to find that G-spot with a partner during sex. The best way to do it is for long foreplay session and then climb up on top, because the cowgirl position is going to give you the best angle. If you're not feeling so good about like your tummy or anything like that, I would recommend maybe some like nice lingerie or a cute t-shirt or something. Like just leave it on so that you can be like physically comfortable. For us, we always have to have our head, our emotions, and like our physical image all in the right place, right? To have a great orgasm. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys on Friday for our featured product video.